You don't like my customs? You don't like my fingernails? What else you don't like? You don't like my language? You don't like my lingo? You don't like my face? What else you don't like? Uppercut, uppercut.
How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another POUNDZ978 custom video. And first off, this is not my custom. I want to say that really quick. This is not a custom made by myself. No, this is someone else's custom. In fact, one of the best customizers in the game, from what I know anyway. His name is Loosecollector. A lot of people who are into action figures or custom action figures are familiar with his work. He does phenomenal stuff, like not just Spider-Man, like phenomenal things. Everything I've ever seen him do was exceptional work. But this Spider-Man is his. It's not mine. It was commissioned for someone else. He ended up hitting me up to commission the Spider-Man as well. But he sent this to me because I wanted to see it. I wanted to review it and see what the fuss was with this guy. And in the fuss, I mean, like, he'll post a custom on eBay and it'll sell for like thousands. Not all the time. They'll go for the high hundreds, but they'll sell for thousands. And it's, for me, it's exciting because I love to see that type of stuff. But he doesn't set the price. It's not like he's charging thousands of dollars. He'll put it on the eBay bid, start it up at a regular price, and it's the customers who bid it up because they are excited. And that's what's intriguing for me. It's not the price that it sells for. It's how many people actually want it. And so, I don't know. I wanted to see his work. I wanted to have it in my hand because I've only had one other customizer's custom in my hand before, and it wasn't that great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great. And I just want to compare it to anything I do because I don't know where I stand in the custom world, if I'm good or bad or in the middle. I only know my own work, and I see other people's work, but I've never held it. I've never articulated it and posed their figures around and see if their figures are paint rub free, right? And for the most part, I try to make sure my figures are rub free because I don't want anybody to complain that something happens when they try to pose their figure around. I mean, there are action figures. The goal is to keep their articulation. So the first time picking this guy up, I noticed that he was pretty much rub free for the most part until pulling out the camera, and then bam, that happens. And I promise I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't mean to pull the arm up that high. I only try to lift his arm up normally, and it rubbed. And I find that odd because I have lifted his arm up at least 2 or 3 times before, and it didn't rub. I was really happy to report that this custom had no rub, like it was pretty rub free. So I'll fix that. Sorry, guy. You know who I'm talking about. But one thing I also want to mention about this custom is the butterfly joints. They are locked. You can see that he could not ensure the rub free on the butterfly joints. Damn, I'm so pissed off at that shoulder though. That he locked the butterfly joints. And wow, I feel so dumb. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so basically everything is rub free. That shoulder was an accident. I don't know how that happened. It wasn't doing that. But to be fair, all the joints were black anyway. The only thing that were red were the butterfly joints and the shoulder joints. The entire figure is black, even though this is a McFarlane body, so it was like red and blue or red and black. If you guys are familiar with the McFarlane. And also, this is the first time holding a McFarlane figure. So I've never owned one, never had one, never picked one up. This is the first time. I see why a lot of people called this the best Spider-Man figure for its time. For its time, it is the best. And the shading on his spider emblem looks great as well. And the eyes, it's on the eyes. But as you know it, I took the challenge to want to try to make one myself. In fact, someone commissioned a very similar spider, except he wanted his logo to be red. So this has to be red, mind you, but it's white right now because I wanted to see if I can match up to the greatest customizer there is. And I only call him the greatest customizer not because of his art, but because of what he sells his art for. It's like Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z's not the better rapper in the world. There may be other rappers that are better lyrically, but because he sold the most, people consider him the greatest. And that's how I feel about Loosecollector's art. So a buddy of mine inboxed me and asked if I wanted to make a Spider-Man on a McFarlane body. And I told him no, because I've never worked on a McFarlane and I didn't want to disappoint anyone by not being able to eliminate the paint rub. He told me, give it a shot, sent me some pictures of some other customs he had that other customizers have made, and it looked pretty doable, so I said, let me give it a shot. Then he told me that his black suit was from Loosecollector, and he wanted the one I'm gonna make to replicate that, but with the red logo. And I was like, all right, I guess. You know, he talked me into it. He's a good guy, you know, so I decided to take the job. Even though I was more nervous than excited. I mean, how am I going to make an action figure comparable to Loosecollector? I've only been doing this for a few years. He's been doing it for a very long time. He's obviously way more experienced than I am. But in the Spider-Man world, I can hold my own. Those who know me know articulation is important to me. So when I received the package and saw that he locked his butterfly joints, I was baffled. I ended up messaging my buddy back and asked him what was going on. He told me what I told you earlier, which was he wasn't sure if he could eliminate the paint rub, so he locked the butterfly joints. And my buddy was cool with that, so it is what it is. But for me, I said, nope, I am going to eliminate the paint rub at the butterfly joints, because that is very important for me. Anybody who knows, I have to have, well, I don't have to have, but I would prefer my Spider-Man figures to have a butterfly joint. And his logo looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Reason why I didn't shade my logo is because I'm gonna paint my logo red, and I didn't want to copy his completely, because I did paint my figure inspired off his, because I was asked to kind of replicate his figure. And normally I wouldn't do that, but because it's Loosecollector, why not? He is the top dog. And another thing, crunching the ab all the way up, it's not fully painted. I did paint mine though. Aha. And this is what this is really about. Being able to level up and go toe-to-toe with the greatest. It's like rap almost. It's still a competition, but a friendly one. Pros and cons of both of these customs, I'm going to be as honest and unbiased as possible. Starting off with the custom on the left, that is Loosecollector's custom. Wow, this is really nice. It looks amazing. The blue shading, it pops. The logo is clean. It's done very nice. It has a black line on the border. That's pretty cool. The eyes, the shape of the eyes look amazing. The shading on the eyes are amazing. It is paint rub free, other than what you saw earlier on the shoulder. That was kind of strange. But overall, I will say this is a awesome custom to have. Now for mine, so the one on the right, pretty much all the same compliments I'll give the one on the left, except I'll add a butterfly joints, because I was able to eliminate the paint rub on the butterfly joints. So that is a plus for me. Both of these figures look pretty much the same, minus the eyes and the shape of the logo and the coloring on it. And that was done intentionally, because I didn't want to 100% copy what Loosecollector had done. But I do like his eyes better than mine. I will give him that. He does have some really straight lines, but as you know, I'm pretty good with lines myself, so I'm pretty close right there. We're neck and neck. But that's it. The shading was also pretty matching. He has a little more blue on his chest area. I had to darken mine down because I went over the logo a couple times. And so, long story. But the only flaw I will say again is the no butterfly thing. I think for someone who is that caliber of customizer, shouldn't take any shortcuts. And that's a shortcut. I know, because I like taking shortcuts too, to be 100% honest. That was another reason why I didn't want to take this McFarlane. I wasn't sure if I could take a shortcut or not. I wasn't familiar with the body. Now that I am, I really do like it. It is pretty simple to eliminate the paint rub. It doesn't look as clean as it will with Loosecollectors. It looks like one whole solid torso area, where mine's you can see the breaking points. But I will sacrifice the look for the articulation. And honestly, I didn't even want to do this review. I hit up Shartimus Prime and asked him if he wanted to do it, but he was busy with all these cons going on right now, and that's understandable. But the reason why I asked him is because he is one of the top collectors, one of the top most respected opinions on YouTube for action figures, and he knows his stuff, so he'd give you his unbiased opinion. See if I can give you a different view without all the big bright lights. Maybe you can get a better look at the shading and the logo difference in color. Yeah, I would say his wins. His does look a little better than mine. And as it should. This guy, like I said, is way more experienced. But for me to come close, you gotta give it to me, man. I am coming. I'm coming for your neck. And Boston George is coming for... No, I'm joking. But yeah, he did win. So there you have it. That's my opinion. Even though my custom went against his custom. I'm not gonna just say I'm the best, blah 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 blah. You gotta be real. You gotta know where you can improve, and that's the only way you're gonna get better. So I know where mine's kind of sucks. I do like Loosecollector's a little better. So his is the winner. But let me know, guys, what do you think about these customs down below? Do you think mine's is better? Do you think his is better? It's not even about being better. Do you think mine's even matches his? Like, does it come close? Like, would you mistake it for being his? Because either way, it's a positive thing for me. I don't know. Give a guy a thumb up if you like this video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more Spider-Man customs and content. And of course, I'll see you in the next review. Thanks.
Oh, I see what you did there, okay? You want the people to think, oh, Pounds, he humble, he a good head on his shoulder, pero Diablo, Pounds, I know you think you won, man. You can't lose against nobody. Okay, you want me to be the bad guy and telling the truth? Mira, yo, Pounds hired me to tell you you all can go kiss your mother. Oh, sí, también, y subscribe, okay?
To subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?